Folks, hey, it's Commander Curtis, and welcome back. How do we finance a rooftop solar power system? So, a little bit of an analogy and kind of how I view it. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give any advice on how to finance stuff, but there's some parallels. So, one parallel is a kitchen remodel. Rooftop solar power system for a home is an awful lot like a kitchen remodel. It's an upgrade to the home. And in the specific case of a rooftop solar system, it might provide a financial benefit. So for me, looking at a rooftop solar system isn't so much of a how can I save money on month to month, but how can I make sense of doing that upgrade? Does that make financial sense, right? So just from the concept of, hey, rooftop solar, is it a scam or not? It's going to cost some money, right? At the end of the day, you're buying gear and you're paying for the design of that and for all of the efforts that go into installing it on the home and getting it lit off and all of that, right? So another parallel is like cars, right? So in the world of rooftop solar, if you're going to get a system, you could pay cash. You could do your own like loan type financing stuff, whether it's going to your own bank or going and using like a home equity line of credit. But that's like a self-sourced loan program. And the impact with the solar company is you're showing up with a check, much like, we bought a car and we went to our credit union, got the loan, and showed up at the car dealership with a check. And we didn't give the dealership access to the finance portion of that transaction, right? We eliminated that variable when we dealt with them. And you could do that with a solar company, eliminate that variable by getting your own financing. Also, there are national lenders, and they've got relationships with a lot of solar companies to provide access for specific solar power loan programs that they do. And quite often, the solar company is like got a backdoor relationship with these finance companies to be able to make it easy and convenient for those homeowners who don't necessarily either A, don't want to be bothered, or B, don't have the time, or C, don't have access to maybe some of their own like home equity or whatever. Right. And then there's a lease. And I'm not any kind of financial expert, but the lease in general, it's kind of like a car, at least the way I view it. It's something along the lines of I'm a company and I'm going to buy the car and then I'm going to rent it to you so you can use it over a period of time, typically 2 or 3 years, and then it's going to be a monthly charge, right? Same thing with a solar power system in general. I'm going to buy the system and I'm going to put it on your home, and you are going to operate it as if you owned the car, owned the solar power system, and you're going to get the benefits from the operation of all of that. You're just going to pay me a monthly payment for however long that period is. So be really careful when you go get into those, because there may be some very difficult like hoops to jump through in order to transfer that lease to a new homeowner if you sell. Well, it's a little bit more straightforward if it's a loan, right? You can pay off the loan, you can see that number, you can see the how much do I owe left on the loan. That's a lot easier math than the lease. And then the last one is a power purchase agreement. And a power purchase agreement is different than all of the other ones because I'm a company, I'm going to buy and install a solar power system on your home, and then you're going to sign a contract with me to purchase your home's electric power from me instead of, in Tucson's case, TEP. It's like I'm showing up as a whole new utility, and I'm going to lock you into a very long period of time, but I'm going to foot all of the costs of the solar power system and all of those, right? Now, maybe it's no secret, but I prefer the cash or the self-financed, especially as opposed to the power purchase agreement and the lease, because they get confusing for me in my mind on how do I transfer ownership. I'm sure there's a lot of promises from the sales teams on, oh, don't worry. Well, I think it's probably a lot more complicated. Guys, hope this helps. Get your own financial advice from your own tax folks, etc. And maybe you can give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Goodbye.